Hello, and welcome back to a segment we like to call Crafting Crafty Crafts for Jesus. Earlier today we talked about the Ten Commandments and the need to memorize the Ten Commandments and to try to interpret and understand how to apply them in our local context. In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 7, Jesus gives us a handy little rule for how we might embody the teachings of the Ten Commandments. This comes to us in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. And there Jesus says, "In everything, do to others as you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law and the prophets." This little rule is sometimes known as the Golden Rule, and what it does is it teaches us that we should proactively treat others the way that we would like to be treated. And Jesus says when we do this, we embody the teaching of the law and the prophets. In other words, we embody the Ten Commandments when we are looking for ways to treat others the way that we would like to be treated. Now, the proactive aspect of this rule is what makes it the Golden Rule. There's actually something sometimes called the Silver Rule, which is the same idea but stated negatively. And this exists in a variety of different religious traditions. There's a version of this in Judaism, a version of this in Buddhism. The idea that don't do to other people what you would not want them to do to you. Now, I hope you can tell and see that's a negative way of phrasing it. So one version, the Silver Rule, is don't do to them anything bad that you wouldn't want to have done to you. But what Jesus teaches, we call the Golden Rule because it's positively oriented and proactive. So Jesus says, do to them the things that you would like for them to do to you. So the Silver Rule would say something like, don't murder because you don't want to be murdered. Don't do to them what you don't want. And the Golden Rule would say, do be patient with them because you would like someone to be patient with you. So anytime we are facing an ethical struggle or a conundrum, or maybe someone has done something to us that's hurtful and we're trying to figure out how we should respond, the Silver and the Golden Rule can help us. And I think that the Golden Rule is a better way of moving forward than the Silver Rule, the idea that we should do to others what we would like to have done to us. And so we have a craft today that will help us to see and understand that. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a golden ruler. And then the next time that someone does something that hurts you or offends you or makes you angry, if you're not sure how to respond, you can just pull out your golden ruler, look at the ruler, and see how you want to respond. And I think it will be a great and helpful way for us to move forward embodying the law and the prophets with the Golden Rule. So the things you're going to need, first you're going to need a piece of paper that's about a foot long. Then you're going to need a pen, some glue, and some glitter. So I'll wait a second while you grab those supplies. And we're back. Hope you've been able to grab those supplies. And we're going to start on our golden ruler. So if you'll look with me here, we've got our piece of paper. We're going to go ahead and we're going to number it 1 through 12. And as we do that, okay, we're going to be embodying the Silver Rule on the lower end. You'll see where we're going. Okay. So we're going to say right here, we're going to draw our line. And this is going to be our 1. I hope you can see my 1 there. And at this 1, we're going to put, let's say that someone has, they said that they really don't like my cooking. Okay? That really hurt my feelings. So if I'm going to apply the Silver Rule, get out my silver ruler, the first thing that I might consider doing is just to, see if I can write it like this, physically attack them. Okay? So that would be one thing that I could do to them. Now I'm going to go ahead and make another thing here. This will be my 2nd inch of my ruler here. Say they've insulted my cooking. If I physically attack them, maybe I won't do that, but I could vandalize their property. Okay. Now, I've been saying this is a golden ruler, but the first half of the ruler is actually a silver ruler. And that'll be more obvious later on. But what I've been writing here are the Silver Rule, the things that I want to avoid happening to me. So the Silver Rule says that we should not do to others anything that we don't want them to do to us. So do I want to be physically attacked? No. So then I should not physically attack them. Do I want my property vandalized? No. So then I shouldn't vandalize their property. Do I want rumors spread about me? No. so then I shouldn't spread rumors about them. You see how the first 6 are the silver rule. We want to avoid doing to them things that we don't want to have happen to us. Okay. Now, with 7 through 12, we're going to turn toward the golden rule. Okay? So let's say they insult my cooking. They say my meatloaf's bad. We all know that's a lie. They're just jealous, but whatever. That's how they are trying to handle this. So maybe instead of avoiding them, maybe I will pray for them. Okay? Now I hope you can see how we're moving in the direction of the golden rule, because I would like for people to pray for me, so I will pray for them. I will do for them what I would like to have done for me. Number 11 is going to be, maybe I will just try to support them. Number 12, maybe I will just treat them with kindness and love. So, with our golden ruler, someone insults your cooking. Someone says they don't like your new hairstyle. If you're not sure what to do, you can pull out the golden ruler and you can look at it and say, well, I could physically attack them. I could vandalize their property. As we move more towards the 12, we move in the direction of Christ. As we move more towards the 12, we move more towards who Jesus is and what Jesus teaches. So I could spread rumors about them, or I could talk to them. I could give them the silent treatment, or I could forgive them. All the way up to I could treat them with love and kindness and respect. Now, in the heat of the moment, when someone has insulted your cooking or whatever the situation is, it might be hard to pull this ruler out and read through all of this and try to figure out what to do. So our next step is to put silver and gold glitter on this ruler so that when we pull it out, it'll be immediately obvious which are the silver things that we want to avoid and which are the gold things that we want to embrace. But anytime you're dealing with glitter, you have to be very careful, because glitter, it can get everywhere. Glitter can get in your hair, in your pores, in your carpet. It can get everywhere. You'll find glitter in your washing machine 6 months from now. Your car won't start. You'll put your keys in your car and it won't start. Your ignition will be filled with glitter. It's very dangerous working with glitter. So we're going to take just a pause and bring in some safety precautions, and then we'll come back and we'll add glitter to our golden ruler.
Join us Sunday morning at 8:40 a.m. for our traditional service.
And we're back. As you can see, we've taken a few safety precautions here. Anytime you're messing with glitter, as I've said before, just want to be very careful. And I want to say a special thank you to my safety associate here, Bill Green. He's going to be on standby with the shop vac. That way, if we do have any kind of a containment breach situation with the glitter, he'll be ready to help us out, okay? So, what we're gonna do here, again, making sure that you have taken all the proper safety precautions, you're gonna get some Elmer's glue. Now we're gonna come over to our lines here, and we just wanna very carefully put some glue on there, just like that, look at that. And then a little bit right here, perfect. It can take practice to get good with the glue, but as long as you've taken proper safety precautions, you can't really hurt yourself with it. Just keep on trying. So as you can see, we're just going down the rows here on our golden ruler. Okay, almost getting there. All right. Now, here comes the tricky part, okay? What we want to do is we want to get our silver glitter and we want to put it on 1 through 6 to remind us that these are the silver rule. So, just again, trying to be very cautious. Okay. Bill, just keep an eye. Just if you see, okay. All right, here we go. I can already see stray glitter on the table. See what I'm saying? Folks, this is crazy. This is just, but we've done everything we can do. Bill, you're ready. Go ahead and if you can get the hose over here a little bit closer, just so in case we do have to go with this now. All right, now we're just gonna try to get it on there. Holy moly, here we go.
If there's any excess, we could pick that up.
Oh, that's classic. See, that's what happens. Okay. Okay. Now, so far, everything's okay. I haven't gotten it on me. Bill's ready to go now. This glitter, this gold glitter is much finer. The finer the glitter, the more danger of it getting everywhere. So just keep that in mind, okay? You will get this stuff, oh goodness gracious. Okay, well, but crafty crafts for Jesus must go on. So here we go. Yikes. Okay. Okay, well, oh man. I'm just not sure, Bill. This is very fine glitter, people. Let's try to get it on there like that. Oh goodness. Maybe from just a little bit above it. I don't want to suck off the glue, but maybe if you could just, okay.
Ready?
Here we go. Tell you what, folks, it helps to have a paid safety professional. Thank you, Bill. That was fantastic. Now what we have is our golden ruler. So the next time someone insults you or does something harmful to you, you can just pull this out. And as you look at this end, you see this is the silver rule, the negative orientation. So we can say, these are things I don't want to have happen to me, so maybe I should not do them to others. These are things I do want to have happen to me, so maybe I should do them to others. And when we do that, as Jesus taught, we sum up the law and the prophets. That's this week's Crafty Crafts, Crafting for Jesus.